Today, I have a video for you about entrepreneurship and the 3 lessons, the 3 laws that I believe to be true about entrepreneurship. These are lessons that I've learned over a 20-year period from being in business, being an entrepreneur, and I want to share those with you right now. So let's go ahead and jump into it. 20 years ago, I found myself working a job and then asking myself the question, how do I create my own business? I wanted to build a life where I could experience financial freedom and time freedom as well. And so I went on a journey. I sought out mentors and I eventually created my own business. And I quickly realized that this might not be the easiest path. And over the last 20 years, it's been nothing short of ups and downs, but it's been a beautiful journey. And what I've discovered is that there's laws, like fundamental facts that you have to understand when you go into entrepreneurship. For me, it mimics chess. Chess is one of my favorite hobbies. But with the game of chess, it doesn't matter how smart you are. If you don't understand the fundamentals of chess and your other opponent does, you're going to lose the game because they understand how to protect their king, how to move players, how to set up the board, how to control the center. If you don't understand those concepts, you're behind the 8 ball. Entrepreneurship and business works the same way. So there's key fundamentals that we have to understand first. So the first thing is we are promised the process, not the outcome. It's very easy when we enter into business to think about the outcome. The outcome is like money, material success, the time freedom, the money freedom that I talked about. But along the way, you're not promised those things. If we hold rigidly and tightly to the outcome, we're going to create a contracted state within us. And then we start to build from a frame of scarcity. And what that looks like is you're always looking for the buck rather than building relationships, rather than giving and helping. Now, there has to be a monetary exchange for your service, obviously. But if we put the exchange for the outcome first, will come from that position of scarcity and not a space of abundance. So it's much better when we fall into the process. And what that looks like is literally working the process day to day, improving the process one step at a time. Keep tweaking things along the journey and you get better and better and better at what you're doing. We have to allow time to work with us. When we stay in the process, when we fall in love with the process, magic can happen. And what's also taking place when you do this is you're allowing the outcome to move and to adjust. If you're holding rigidly to the outcome, you won't allow yourself to pivot and make changes. Businesses have to be nimble, loose, and agile. They have to adjust as the market adjusts. And your own personal interest might adjust as well, and you want to adjust to that. Because the more you can come from your heart and something you're passionate about, the much easier it is to create and be successful with it. So stay process focused and less outcome focused. We don't typically know the actual monetary or dollar amount that's going to lead to the most balanced success point. And what I mean by a balanced success point is, you might think if I make $1 million a year, that's where I'll be happy. But in fact, if you made half of that or way less than that, you made 60 grand a year, you might be much more happy and much more fulfilled living that kind of lifestyle. So when we hold a rigid outcome, we lose ourselves along the way as well. There is no space for flow and balance in life. So hold the outcome loosely and stay in the process and learn to fall in love with the process. Number 2 is you have to allow yourself the space to be the white belt. So Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has been a large part of my life and it's taught me a lot of life lessons. One of the most important things I've taken away from Jiu-Jitsu is that you always have to start as a white belt. I was someone who came from a very athletic background. I did lots of other combative sports. So then when I went into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I thought, oh man, like I got this, I'm gonna be good. And I quickly realized that wasn't the case, that I had to start as a white belt once again. But if we don't allow ourselves to be a white belt, you also won't ever allow yourself to be the black belt. So when you start your business, you're starting from the bottom. You're learning the grassroots stuff. You're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna fumble here, and it's easy to reflect those as like something's wrong with me. Like I'm not good enough, I don't have what it takes. And it's also easy to compare yourself to people who have already been doing this for a decade or longer. But when we're in those types of frames, of course you're gonna take it personal. And then it makes it difficult to grow and to expand because you're looking at other black belts and not realizing that you're in process. So allow yourself to be in process, allow yourself to be the white belt, allow yourself to learn and grow and adapt and change and make mistakes. I've had multiple projects that have not worked out, but each time they didn't work out, I got an important piece of data, an important piece of feedback that I was able to apply to the next thing. And it makes you sharper and sharper. And you understand more what works for you and also the business environment. Because you can't lose yourself along the way. This has to be a journey of self-discovery as you expand into business. So again, it's not as much about the outcome as it is actually what's taking place inside of you. who your business is allowing you to become. So allow yourself to be the white belt, and then one day, eventually you'll find yourself as a black belt. And number 3 is that success leaves clues. I had a mentor that told me this once, and it really changed my life. And what he meant was that success leaves clues, meaning that there's other people who have done exactly what you've done before you, and they understand the path. And if you can align yourself with those people, if you can grab mentors, you're going to speed up the process. You're going to make less mistakes. We don't have to come from such a competitive and like masculine driven frame, but we have to plow our way through everything. We have to be tough. We have to be successful right away. Those are all reflections of the ego construct. When we can allow ourselves to move into a cooperative frame, where we can learn from others, we can put our guard down a little bit, life takes a deeper and more precise path. For me, I coach and lead a mastermind group, and I'm also in 2 mastermind groups. That is so I can continue to give maximum value to my mastermind group. I allow myself to be the leader and also the student at the same time, because success leaves clues. And I learned you don't have to do the hard work. When you do the hard work yourself, you're actually going to spend 10x what you would just from learning from somebody else. A simple investment with a mentor will take you 10 steps further than going about it by yourself and spending way more time and energy trying to figure it out that way. As a bonus, remember to play. When you're loose, you're relaxed, and you see everything as a playful journey, as just life experience, remembering that, hey, you're not gonna make it out alive. When you can keep that mindset and that frame, you loosen up. And when you loosen up, everything around you seems to loosen up as well. It's easy to get stuck in our responsibilities, and I have to have this done, I need to get to this space. Relax a little bit, enjoy the flow, allow yourself to be in process, honor process over perfection. You're in process, and business can be a beautiful life teacher. It's gonna reveal things to you about yourself that may be uncomfortable at times, but those are your opportunities to go deeper into yourself, to learn more, so you and business can walk hand in hand, and they can become one and of the same. Not that we're defined by our business, but that we allow it to take us deeper into ourselves. And then we learn that life and your business can work for you and not against you. And that's how you build a meaningful business and a meaningful life that allows you time freedom and money freedom as well. I make these videos for you, so if you can do me a favor, smash the like button, share with somebody who might enjoy this, and until next time, peace.